There was once a man who loved books. He wasn't born rich, and he didn't come from a powerful family. He was just a curious guy who loved to read, who loved to learn, and who believed that one day the internet would change everything. Back in the 1990s, when most people were just discovering what a computer could do, this man had a crazy idea. What if you could buy anything starting with books? No stores, no shelves, just a digital space where anyone, anywhere, could find the book they wanted, click a button, and have it delivered right to their door. People told him he was insane. They said, who would ever buy books without seeing them first? Who would ever type their credit card number into a computer? But he didn't listen. He saw the future when others were still staring at the present. So he quit his safe job. He packed his car, and with his wife by his side, he drove across the country to start his dream. His office wasn't a fancy building. It was a small garage with a wooden desk, some old computers, and a dream that most people thought was impossible. He worked tirelessly, day and night. There were no weekends, no holidays, no parties. Just the sound of a modem connecting to the internet, the hum of an old computer, and a man's belief that he could build something that mattered. He started selling books out of his car. One by one, he would package them, tape the boxes himself, and drive to the post office to ship them. He wrote the code for his website by hand. He even used a door as his first desk because it was cheaper than buying a real one. Every sale felt like a victory. Every order was a small step toward proving that his crazy idea wasn't so crazy after all. As the weeks passed, something started to happen. More people began ordering. Customers who bought once came back again. They told their friends. Slowly, word spread not because he had fancy ads, but because people liked the experience. They liked that they could find what they wanted faster and easier than anywhere else. He realized that the secret wasn't just selling books. It was understanding people. He wanted his customers to feel cared for, to trust him. He often said that the most important thing any company could have wasn't technology or capital, but obsession. Obsession with the customer. He made that obsession the heart of his company. Every decision he made, every feature, every improvement had one question at its core. Will this make the customer happier? When orders grew faster than he could handle, people around him panicked. They said, "We're not ready for this. It's too much. It's growing too fast." But he smiled. "That's the kind of problem we want," he said. "We'll find a way." He reinvested every dollar the company made back into the business. While others wanted to enjoy profits, he was thinking about the next 10 years. He wasn't interested in short-term gains. He wanted to build something that would last forever. And as his business grew, he expanded beyond books. One day, he asked himself, if we can sell books online, why not everything? That simple question changed everything. Soon, the little online bookstore started selling music, then electronics, then toys, and eventually nearly everything you could imagine. people started to notice. Investors, competitors, the media, they all began watching this small online store that refused to stop growing. They laughed at him at first, calling it a bubble. But when the bubble burst and other companies disappeared, his survived because his foundation wasn't built on hype. It was built on vision and hard work. He faced failure many times. There were years when his company lost money, when critics said it was doomed. But every time he came back stronger. He wasn't afraid to experiment. He wasn't afraid to fail. In fact, he once said that if you want to be successful, you must be willing to be misunderstood for a long time. And he was. Many people misunderstood him. They thought he was reckless, obsessed, even arrogant. But he wasn't chasing quick fame. He was building an ecosystem, a place where customers, creators, and sellers could all thrive. Eventually, his company became one of the biggest in the world. It changed the way people shop, read, and even think about convenience. From that small garage, he built an empire worth hundreds of billions of dollars. And yet, if you ask him what mattered most, he would probably say it was never about the money. It was about building something meaningful, something that would outlive him. He always focused on the long term when investors demanded faster profits. He would smile and remind them, "We're willing to be misunderstood for years, as long as we're right in the long run." That mindset separated him from almost everyone else. He taught the world that innovation isn't about technology alone. It's about courage, the courage to imagine a different world, and the persistence to build it piece by piece, day by day, while everyone doubts you. His story isn't just about success. It's about principles, about vision, patience, and customer obsession. It's about believing in the power of small beginnings. Because no empire ever starts big. Every giant begins as a seed. And this man, who once sold books out of his car, planted a seed that changed global commerce forever. If you think about it, his story carries a lesson for all of us. You don't need $1 million to start. You don't need perfect timing or permission or luck. You need a dream that matters to you, the courage to act on it, and the patience to stay the course when it gets hard, because it will get hard. Every dream worth chasing will test you. You'll face doubt, fear, failure, and exhaustion. But if you keep going, if you refuse to give up, you'll be amazed at what time can build. Imagine this. The same man who once drove books to the post office is now launching rockets into space, investing in technology that could take humanity beyond Earth. That's how far a single dream can go when fueled by perseverance. So the next time you feel small, remember him, the man who started in a garage, the man who used a door as a desk, the man who believed that customers always come first. Start small, think long term, obsess over your craft. Be willing to be misunderstood, and above all, keep moving forward. Because someday your story might begin just like his, with a dream, a car, and a heart full of belief. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel for more stories like this one. We'll see you in the next one.